Welcome to my humble little office. My name is R. Keith Andrews. I'm a spiritual guide and paranormal adept. And today on Believe in Your Business, let's take a look at how to get your business from an idea to reality. Now, something to understand. I am not a multimillionaire. There's a lot of things I'm not. But what I am is I am successful in my own eyes. I have taken an idea, turned it into a business, and what I'm talking about are the tools I personally use. I use them personally at this point to make my own business work. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is, am I an entrepreneur or am I just simply fed up with my work? The question is this: are you content? Are you interested in running everything in a business? The product, customer service, marketing, shipping, inventory control, advertising, all of it. Are you interested in dealing with all of that and the finances? Or are you more content just going to work, doing your job, whatever it is, clocking in at the start of the day, clocking out, and just forgetting everything about the business after that? Because I will tell you, I love the way it was put to me one day that an entrepreneur is best described as someone willing to work 16 hours a day for themselves so they don't have to work 8 hours a day for somebody else. Okay, now I'm usually up, as you've seen with many of the videos I've done. Okay, I can be up, especially on the journey, anywhere from 2:30 in the morning until, later in the day, because my sleep schedule is weird. I sleep when I'm tired and I get up and go. I work from home, so I don't have a lot of travel that I have to worry about. Okay, that would be the first thing you ask. Then you ask yourself, what kind of business? Well, the easiest way to figure out what kind of business to look at, okay, is take a sheet of paper and on the sheet write out the first 12 things you desire or that you enjoy doing. The first 12. Hopefully you enjoy more than that, but write out the first 12. Okay. As soon as you hit 12, stop. Go back and shortlist it and check off the ones on the list that help other people. For instance, I enjoy my coffee first thing in the morning, which is why I've got this wonderful sized cup. Okay. But that will not, it may make me a little bit more tolerable for other people, but it certainly isn't going to help other people. Okay. So it would not go on my final list. This is why I am not running a coffee shop. Okay. So you list it off. Once you know what it is you're looking at, now you ask yourself, how big do I desire this to go? Now, understand, even the massive multinational intercontinental businesses started somewhere. Okay, they started, most of them in little shops, in little offices of their own, and then blew up from there. So decide for yourself, are you content working in your community, or would you like something a lot bigger? Okay, some people, and it's not for me to tell you what success is. That's for you and only you. And of course, you're the only one that can actually get you there. Okay. Now, for instance, if you want to run a landscaping business, obviously you have to like outdoor work. Okay. And usually it's something that starts very local. It can expand after that, and we'll talk about expansion somewhere down the road. But get an idea how big you desire to go. Myself, I'm aiming at global. In all fairness, I'm aiming further than that, but we are limited by modern technology and contacts. Once you've got that done, okay, now it's time to figure out how much money you require in order for that to work. And what you do there is take a look at what it's going to cost you to run the company. Now, I'm home-based. Okay, I work out of my own home. So I look at what it costs to run my house, and to run my business, I take about 10% of the size of my house to actually operate my office and to operate my business. So I look at deductions from that end. Now, here's the thing. Talk to your accountant, talk to your tax specialist, talk to people in the know. I deal with my own accountants and what have you so that I don't have to worry about it. Okay. But don't take my word for percentages or anything like that. Do your own research. Once you know how much money it costs, okay, to run my house, just to give you functional numbers, to cover my utilities, my rent, my food, my insurance, cost me approximately $2,000 a month. Okay, now that said, okay, when I look at the cost of business, I'm taking up 10% of my room, of my house. So therefore, my business is going to cost me $200 a month to operate, plus inventory that I have to pick up or office supplies. Okay, that's what I have to generate in order for the business to be successful. So, to that end, on a sheet of paper, right wherever you're working on your finances, okay, you literally write down using X as the dollar value you require to run your business. Okay, you literally write down, I legally have attained a minimum of X number of dollars by March 31st of 2021. Okay, well, by 1 minute to midnight of March 31st of 2021. You shift that and you alter it to April's last moments in April. Okay, you keep that handy so you can look at it and go, this is what I require. And make sure it starts generating it. By tracking the money, by simply putting that sign down and paying attention to it, you'll pull the energy out of the upper levels and into the material world where it can be made manifest. Okay, these are the simplest steps that I've been able to come across to make this work. Now, does it work? Well, gee, let me think. Yeah, I'm debt free. I'm happy with my business. I've got 3 different streams of income coming in through my business. So, yeah, I'm quite content with mine. Are you content with yours? Now, understand I'm a bit of a dinosaur, and I've mentioned this before, which is why my entire customer database is right here. Okay, it literally is done on card files, on file cards. Most people use computers. I use a computer to write, but I have troubles with them. So I deal with it as best I can. Use your own methods. If you're comfortable with computers, absolutely that worked well. Absolutely use them. They're a wonderful tool. I just have troubles with electronics. Now we are at a point where we can start moving forward. Now, I've been getting rid of a lot of junk. Over here, I've got a filing cabinet that I just emptied a drawer out of so I can use one of my major projects all in one file drawer so that it's easy to find, easy to track. Okay, that being said, when you do that, okay, you can start moving forward. Now, here's the neat little part. When I mentioned that I have 3 streams of income, I have consultations, I have my writings, and I have some contract work that I do. These are 3 different streams. The trick with the streams is with any business, you really are best. I find the best formula is have 3 streams, each of which covers 50%, 1/2 of what you require to run your business. And the reason for that is this. If you've got 3 streams, okay, and one collapses, you're still making 100% of what you require. Okay, understanding, of course, the important factor that it was said one day, don't put all your eggs in one basket. With a business, like in a coffee shop, very few people sell only coffee. They sell coffee, they sell treats, they sell desserts. Some of them sell a meal. Okay, the point there is they set them up so they've got various different streams of income coming in. Okay, then you have to look at, once you've done that, and this is all before you even open the door, you want to have an idea of, no, you don't. It is wise to have an idea of just exactly what you're putting together. Have it laid out. Now, to give you an idea how far I go, I actually have it laid out. I am a sole proprietor right now. I have my work plan laid out so that when I am a major corporation, well, in all fairness, I never will be, but when I am making major income, I already have it laid out that different department heads will be filling these positions and dealing with these aspects because I have every intention on getting there. Now, I take my inspiration from a gentleman from years ago by the name of Colonel Sanders. Now, my understanding, and I don't know if this is fact or if this is just simply what I heard, but it is what I work on. I heard tell that his first chicken stand he opened up when he was 65. 4 months later, he closed it because people weren't doing exactly what he desired. A month after that, he reopened it again, and here he is a household name. Now, in my opinion, that's great. It also means I've got a 7-year head start. Now, I'm not going to make chicken for anybody. I mean, heck, I don't make chicken for myself. Never mind my munchkin. So, get an idea of just exactly what you're aiming at and then get to work on it. Do not let anybody tell you, well, let them tell you, do not buy into the concept that your dream is not realistic. Okay, this little deal here, this novel, I started writing. I wrote the outline for it when I was in grade 12. Okay, I lied. I wrote the outline for it when I was in grade 10. Okay, now, I knew it was going to be a massive project. I never threw it away. I've got all the original documents that I wrote on it, except one, I think. The point being, it was a dream I had. It is a dream that I have realized and has helped me get to a staggering level of I no longer worry about finances so much. I pay attention to them, so much for pronunciation. I pay attention to them and make sure I'm keeping tabs on what is coming in, what's going out, that sort of thing. Okay, because of that, everything is working just fine. Okay, I'm quite content the way things are. Quite frankly, I'm more relaxed than I have been in a very long time. You know, the real kicker to all of this is you're the one that has to believe it is possible. Okay, this is why I've got another, well, I actually currently am working on 30, as in 30, different books, all of which are, you know, I'm in the process of writing at the same time, from, I think, 5 different genres: science fiction, reference, self-help, um, there's another one. Oh, children's and poetry. Yep, we have 5. Okay, I also just managed to swing a contract with another publisher to make this happen a lot more smoothly for me. Okay, and that's going to be an ongoing process. But it is showing what it shows you, at least I hope it shows you, is that once you get a goal in mind, you can attain the goals that you're aiming for. You can reach those goals. Lord knows if as scattered as I am, I can get there, you can. But you're the only one that can make that happen. You know, people will tell you your dream is way too big, you're not being realistic. Well, I like the way it was put to me decades back. Shoot for the stars. You may only get to the moon, but you're still off the planet, you're still way above the skyline. Okay, do not sell yourself short. The only difference between, and I'll put it in terms of me, okay, the only difference between me and say Stephen King is years of experience and a better marketing plan. Okay. Now, I'm not competing with Stephen King by any stretch, or there's quite a number of phenomenal authors. Okay. The one that inspired me the most was a gentleman that some of you may well have heard of by the name of J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay. Now, did I ever meet the man? No, I would have loved to. I think it's a little late because I think he died a while ago, although I might be wrong on that. What I do know is I've got a dream to get my books out and sold worldwide. Well, currently I have sold books in Canada, in the United States, and in England. Okay, all of them ordered directly through me. Okay, and if you look at the bottom of this video, you'll see a list of different books that I've already got in print, that I've already got in stock, that can only be attained through me at this point. Okay, so if you've got questions on what to do, especially where it comes to different venues, where it comes to your business. Okay, now I'm not a millionaire by any stretch, but what I have been known to do is spot hiccups or spot inconsistencies in a business layout. I do not have a business degree. I have that funny little degree called hard knocks of life. But have I had success? Well, I couldn't be doing my work as a consultant for for the last 45 years, just over 45 years now, if I wasn't. Okay, if people didn't actually talk to me. So, that being said, once you have an idea of where you desire to go, okay, now you'll notice I said I'm writing 30 different books in 5 different genres. Okay, this means I've got 30 potential streams of income. Right now, I've got, I think I've got 5 or 6 books in print. Okay, and we're working on expanding that. Okay, the second stream of income that I look at is public speaking. Now, being a specialist in alien technology and alien races, I quite readily will go to speak at a conference, given that I get an invite. Okay, and I am on Spaced Out Radio the first Friday of every month, which is on the internet. Okay, I'm on there with the ET Connection, talking about the different alien races. Okay, different alien races and technologies. And some of them are in this little book. And again, it boils down to it's a secondary stream. Okay, now the third stream I've got right at this moment is consulting. Consulting, writing, and public speaking. And then, of course, I also have my actual job. Now, to be clear, my actual job comes first. It's what puts a roof over my head and keeps the power on, keeps food in my stomach. If you're not content with your current job, there's no shame in changing jobs, but there is the method of protocol, meaning make sure you've got a replacement before you turn around and quit. This is just necessary. Okay, now, if you look on the wall behind me here, you got a little box there, that's the thermostat, and that's my business license. That is sitting so I can see it right where I'm sitting here while I'm looking at the video. So while I'm talking to you, I can see my business license without a problem. Up on that wall, I have the statement of how much money that I require as a minimum to make by the end of each month. Now, fortunately, I'm starting out small. You don't have to start out massive. You don't have to open the doors to an office. I made that mistake. I opened the doors to an office that cost me a lot of money. Did not accomplish a thing. When I moved back home to work, and especially with the fact that COVID is playing havoc with things right now, working in my own home on a computer, on Skype, on Messenger. There's a lot of ways of getting a hold of me. Okay, I'm not that hard to find. I'm just hard to get out of the house. Well, not really, but once you have an idea of where you're heading, you go, okay, this is what I desire to do. Do not let anybody convince you that your dream is not viable. Listen to the people that have done it. Talk to the people that have done it successfully. The ones that have failed, in other words, they made the effort. Well, they didn't fail, it just didn't work. They made the effort and it didn't work. Talk to them about what they think went wrong. Okay, you may have a different angle that may work better. The key is, when you've got a dream of what you desire to do, get it on paper in present tense, as in, I have this. Okay, this is why when I write that sign down for myself regarding money, it's I have attained X number of dollars, because that puts it in the mindset of I've already got it. Now understand, do not spend money that is not physically in your bank account. Okay, again, it really boils down to an issue of watch what your money's doing. Because remember, money does not care one way or the other what you think, how you feel. It will do what it does. And all money is, people tell me money is the root of all evil. Nope. Fear comes way before money. Money is just an easier form of barter than moving cattle around. Okay. So you take a look at that side of it, and you start aiming at what you desire. And there are ways that we will talk about in future videos on how to figure out how to set how to gauge whether you're growing, whether your business is viable, whether it's doing what you desire it to do. Self-analysis is the key factor in making a business work. In other words, knowing who you are, knowing what you desire, and make sure what you're aiming at, that business is accommodating. Don't kid yourself. Your relationship with your business is extremely important. Okay. And there's three relationships that have to be built, and one sort of, I almost call it tolerance. You require a good relationship with you, with the person in the mirror. You must get a good relationship with that person. And that's where self-esteem can come in real handy. You have to have a one-on-one relationship, a one-on-one understanding with your business. You have to have a one-on-one understanding and relationship, an equal input relationship with that special someone, be it a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, doesn't matter. Okay, even any interactions you have with, for instance, your mechanic. You want to have good relationships with people. Well, you may not want to, but it is required. Okay, personally, I desire to have good relationships with all people. And I don't get that. I have had fallings out with people that are unfortunately pretty much irreconcilable as near as I can figure. I might be wrong, and I'm still open to it, but we'll see what happens. Get organized. The more organized your house, that your office is, the easier your business is going to run. Now, here's the neat little thing. Back behind me there, you'll see a little gray box. Okay, that little gray box back there, that has petty cash in it. Why is it there? Well, I'm the only one in the house. It's not like I have to worry about it going very far. Above it is my business license. Up here, I've got my sign telling me how much money I require in order to make the business work. Okay, and I've got to go through the analysis today and make sure everything's on track. Because you have to keep, well, it is best if you keep day by day close tabs on your finances. Make sure they are doing what they should be doing. Make sure that they are moving forward. Okay, as long as you do that, you'll be fine. Okay. And remember, you're the only one that can make this happen. You can talk to anybody. Anybody can tell you, and even so called professionals can tell you, this is what they have to do. This is what you have to do to be successful. Well, the reality is they've got their ideas. Okay, absolutely listen to them. If they fit with what you feel, go with it. But remember this, whatever you decide to do, make sure you can stand up and proudly say, I did this. If you can't stand up and proudly say it, it would be my suggestion not to do it. Now, you notice whenever I'm talking about income, I'm referring to what you legally attain. There's all kinds of businesses that you can get where you can cut corners, where you can, you know, undercut things and what have you. I don't see the point. Okay. It comes back to bite you in the long run because, well, karmic law does what karmic law does. Energy out, energy in. If you desire people to be nice to you, be nice to them. Okay. Now, I mentioned that I've got a contract that I've just put together with another company. The reality is, if that pans out properly, I'm happy. If it doesn't, I'm still on the same path I was, and I'm still happy. Okay, I don't know about you, but I think that's the idea here. Okay, now, with that in mind, we are going to cut this short, and next week we're going to go over this again. Okay, and if you've got comments, absolutely leave me a question at one of the contact places below on this video or on any one of the other contacts. And I will be happy to do my best to respond to you, either directly, which is the most likely way at this stage, or through another video to detail one aspect that somebody's asking me about. With that in mind, I'm going to let you go. Until then, until we talk again, take care of yourselves and each other, and for pity's sakes, stay positive.